We are back.
Yeah, so it sounds like what we're interested in doing is just keeping the Cure Light Wounds potions. Then Harcourt would want the Masterwork Buckler, and we think that Galfine would probably want the Masterwork Scythe.
Yeah, she'll take the Masterwork Scythe.
Character sheet.
Yeah, the armor check penalty of -1. That's pretty.
Yeah, that way when I want to carry around 6,000 pieces of copper again.
It's important. You might run across a lycanthrope that has a copper alley and slowly kill it one piece at a time.
Everything
You're
else?
collecting them to make your own copper drag.
Galfine is updated with her new Masterwork Scythe. And so you're going to sell off everything else that's not the Potions of Cure Light Wounds?
And James Harcourt wanted the Masterwork Buckler.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, selling everything else.
Tom, you don't want the touch of the sea so that you can swim around?
No, I'm good. I want gold and platinum and, to a lesser extent, silver and copper.
I like that item, but I cannot see where it would be worth, all that weight just to carry it around for that one circumstance.
In a mountain range, you really can't see how you're going to need Touch of the Sea.
Touch of the Sea, Chicken of the Sea.
And then, we probably don't want to sell the gems. We probably just want to
good for
split
bribing.
those up like everything else.
All right. So, let's do some math here then.
Oh, yeah.
We have... We'll do the gold values first. If anybody else wants to verify, but this looks like it is 55,000 or 5,550 gold.
Yowza.
Does that look correct? Does anybody else want to verify that math?
I trust you.
All right, in silver, it's actually going to be less silver than there is gold. That's crazy.
Well, hold on. We got to split up the gold and add it to our sheet real quick, right?
Well, I'm putting together the totals for all of it.
Okay, you're putting it on the treasure sheet.
Yep. If you look at the bottom, you'll see.
Okay, cool.
And that helps me note like exactly how much money you guys ended up with.
Excellent, excellent.
And then copper. Got you guys' favorite copper.
I alone love you.
Alright, so that is the cash coinage that you got. Wait, hold on. No, those numbers are off. Hold on. I inadvertently was doing the totals and not the coins. Let me reset this.
No, it was that easy to sell everything, I think.
No. Plus, you guys wouldn't have gotten any platinum there. All right, so that's the GP. In platinum, it's got 53 and 31. $84. Silvers. 1409. And copper. That's how I knew it was wrong, because there wasn't nearly enough copper on this sheet. Especially because I remember there being 2857 in copper. Know how much you guys love copper, so.
Yup, I love it so much I put it on the bed and Scrooge McDuck into it.
Your bed is destroyed in the process. Good job. All right, so this is what you guys end up with in terms of coinage to divide up. If you guys want to figure out how you're divvying that
what's
up.
that, Galfine? I can have your share?
Nope. Gems. 6. All right, in gems you have 1194 GP. And then you're selling off everything that isn't potions of CLW, right?
We're keeping the gems and the potions of CLW, and then the
Masterwork Buckler and the Masterwork Scythe. Yep.
And Tom is keeping the Cloak of the Magi that we found, right, Tom?
Yep.
I want to know where you guys think that you found that, because I don't see that anywhere on this sheet.
Oh, this is a gift from Santa.
Santa. You guys are sure you don't want to keep this this Touch of the Sea?
You know,
Pretty
I'm
sure.
so tempted, but I just can't justify the extra weight for something we won't be using in the mountain. Just then the mountain.
Suddenly the caldera fills up with water.
Damn you, Steve!
Got him, guys! Got him!
The reason he gave it to us is they kept pointing it out. Sure you don't want it? You sure you don't want it? And fuck y'all!
I used to hate that in a Gygax module. You'd fight a werewolf, and then all the treasure would be based on werewolf killing. And I
Yeah.
remember at one point in time being a new player, like, why are all the treasures based on killing something? Like, where was this ogre slayer when I needed it? Like 5 rounds ago.
Do you guys don't want to keep the Wand of No Direction?
What does that do?
You can activate it and know north at all times. Also known as the Wand of One Direction.
Nice. I wanted to make that joke so bad, and you just. That wand knows it's beautiful.
Tom, you don't want to lock yourself out of your apartment with this Oil of Arcane Lock?
Nope.
How would that happen? Oh man, this lock really could use a good oiling. It's so squeaky. Oh wait, I got that oil on me. I've been holding it just for that. Oh, it's Oil of Arcane Lock. What was I thinking?
Alright, so read to, I think, 60% buyback value on this stuff. Yep. Okay, so that times 0.4. Oh no, times 0.6. Alright, so you're getting 11.7 in GP and 2 SP. And that is what you get from from magical items. And from the bow, the bow is actually in. Let me see real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, I asked if anybody knows how to use that thing. Does Gelfine use a distance weapon at all? It's a mighty
No,
one.
her dex is pretty bad.
Yeah, the rest of us can't use that damn thing. It's a shame to lose such a great piece of treasure, but it's useless.
Well,
Unless the hardcore, you can somehow
I got a
suddenly
dex.
learn.
My dex is 6,
What's your is
14 strength.
So you could theoretically use the bow.
Could, but I'm already I'm packing around one.
Yeah. So that's fine.
Oh.
They're actually willing to buy the bow back at full value because they'll put it to immediate use.
Shooting
Sounds
at
good.
us, stealing our treasure.
Pretty much.
Oops. So you guys will get the full 500 for that.
Nice.
So that is your full haul. I will post this in the chat so people can see it. That's the first part. Second part.
That is the grand total, Steve?
I didn't do that yet. Hold on.
Oh, wow. I think somebody will be eating some fancy cheese tonight. Look at that.
And the last. All right, so that totals up to.
Well, the total without the gems, because we're just dividing the gems up.
Yeah, we're just dividing
Okay.
the gems.
So in gold, then without the gems, this is the GP that you've got, and then it's this is the silver, and then the other numbers you divide as they are because you don't have breakups for platinum or copper pieces.
Guys, so how do we want to divide this gold? Everything to Zug?
Yeah, sure.
I'm thinking that's divided by 5. Subtract.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a very simple way to do this.
All 5 of your bottles pop at the same time again.
Oh.
Anybody
More
checking?
spam.
Quick glance.
Open up your bank account today. Message back for details about our savings and checking option, or savings and storage options.
Is it the name of 2 streets like Fifth Third Bank?
No, they can't put names on these. So right now they're coming over as anonymous or unknown.
Nice.
Alright, so actually before we divide up anything, I probably should do a quick knowledge law to see what all we're gonna have to do with this treasure
Okay.
before it's spendable. Because
Tax
I'm guessing that the first message of like taxes is that there's definitely going to be at the very minimum taxes that we gotta handle. Now I don't know whether they're yearly or immediately, but we'll find out. Hopefully with this knowledge law here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna guess we have to fill out a 1099 as adventuring contractors.
Okay, so with your knowledge law, you do know that taxes do exist. However, taxes are taken care of in a very simple way. If you pay for wherever you're living, that is how you pay your taxes. So it is factored into your property. So if you buy property, you'll have to manage a bunch of tax assets, or taxable assets. But if you simply live in an apartment, the apartment complex or the hotels that you're staying at or whatever are all basically paying the taxes for the property they own.
Okay.
Excellent.
Man, that's surprising. That's it for taxes? Okay.
That's it for taxes. Pay your rent.
Sounds
so
good.
libertarian.
I know, it's almost like a libertarian that really liked magic, worked really hard on trying to produce a bunch of different variations of what could happen.
Yes. All right, so we're just splitting this 5 ways.
Minus what?
What's
what?
that?
Minus what we kept.
Are you guys deducting what you guys keep? What you guys are keeping? Is that what you guys decided on?
Wouldn't that be fair?
I've never been worried about that as long as it's something you're keeping that you're planning on using during our adventuring career. Because then, there may be things that somebody's going to really, that's going to be very expensive, that person is going to be deprived of treasure, and it's going to be an item they're going to be ending up using to save the party. So I've always thought that was a little,
Well, also, so like I would say that when they're not using it, like if they sell it, then it gets split up.
Okay. Well, you want to play it?
Okay.
I'm totally cool with that.
So who's handling this dividing? I'm not doing dividing. I'll do totaling, because as a GM, that's just me doing the nicety.
Okay, so we're basically going to divide everything by 5, and then the value of the scythe and the value of the buckler are going to be divided up out of.
No, the scythe and the buckler are not included in any of these numbers. I already took them out.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Okay.
And then the value of the scythe and the buckler, that would be divided by 5 amongst that person's treasure, and they would divvy it up to each one of us, if I'm understanding what Tom is suggesting.
That is an alternative method, yes. Tom's method is Tom is actually suggesting just take the item, and if they sell the item later on, then they have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Fine
Okay.
with that.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm not really interested in.
Okay.
Are we going to carry the potions with us? Store them?
Well, right now, so what you did with the potions that were unused is the fam hands will buy back any magical gear or any valuable equipment that you pick up at 60% of its value. So they already gave you the gold back for all the potions.
No, we kept the potions of cure.
Right, I took those out of the equation when I did the math.
So what I'm just asking is, what do we do? What do we do with those? Are we storing those at the house? Are we?
Well, we were gonna essentially. I figured we were just splitting them up among everyone who can't cast like a wand of cure. Then we can buy the wand of cure at some point.
Sounds great to me. Cool. All right, so I don't need a potion.
So I have to add a potion to my list.
Since I have Cure Light Wounds, I don't need it either, right?
Probably not.
No.
Nope.
Plus, it would be better if you use the space to carry a wand as opposed to a potion, because they weigh about the same, and we'll get more use out of the wand.
So wait, how many potions were there total? Let me pull up this sheet.
Oh, I already removed them from the sheet.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Did you write how many there were? Somewhere?
There were only 2 when I had gone through there.
There were only
Okay.
2 potions of
Yeah.
cure.
Perfect. Yeah. So one on James, one on me.
Yep.
Okay, excellent.
What's the weight on those?
They are 1 pound if I remember correctly. I'll double check. Hold on.
Now that I have selective channeling, I'll be dropping the healing balm on the party more often.
No, potions weigh ½ pound.
No, they're less.
Yeah.
So you won't have to jettison your copper.
Oh, I already jettisoned the copper. We offloaded on that guy, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right. That was such a great move. I
Well,
was
not-
laughing about that when I was working out the next day.
But now you have new copper. You have 3,900 new copper.
Okay, yeah, this
Oh.
is the point where I'm like, we need them money bottles now.
Ugh.
It's like 7 pounds. As it stands, before we add this in, I'm carrying around 7 pounds of coin. So that means you guys are all carrying around 7 pounds of coin.
We're gonna divvy our copper up to the poor. That way we have a network of spies and informants, like in every movie.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna just drag mine over to the bank that messaged us.
Well, you'll have to message that bank back to find out where the bank is.
Maybe we should find a legitimate bank and not one that does cold calls.
Oh no, cold calling bank is probably the safest investment ever.
Especially one that comes across as unknown.
You don't have their bottle ID, so you can't know who they are.
Anonymous bank. The IP is blocked. What is this shit?
No, I'm just gonna go look over in the lawful neutral territory for a bank real
Okay.
quick.
So,
That's totally
I'm
where
going with him.
all right, is everybody going bank hunting?
Oh well, we got to finish splitting it up, right?
Yeah.
And then we'll do that.
Okay.
All right, guys. So
Well, we're not going to do the corporation thing. We
I
can
mean, we
all
should-
divvy out
we
of it
should.
whenever we want. Because that's never complex.
And that was kind of fun, honestly. That was one of the things I actually enjoyed when we did all that, being a corporation. I actually thought that was pretty clever.
all right. I mean, do we want to do that or?
I'm not in any hurry to do it, but it's something that I'd be interested in doing, being incorporated.
I just want to stop carrying money.
Here, well, yeah. I mean, let's go set up our bank accounts first, and then maybe the bank can automatically do something with like a corporation or whatever.
I'd like us to be a 501c3 dedicated to the spreading awareness of the adventure lifestyle. You know what I mean?
All right, you guys head to the bank. The bank, which doesn't do incorporations, but they are a bank. There is only one bank that exists. It is run by the GPPF. However, they have many established locations throughout all of Akunsaunt, one of which is in the neutral territory.
You always want the neutrals to handle your dough. They're always just in it for the money.
Yes, but unfortunately, because the GPPF manages trade, or because they manage travel, the GPPF ended up being the financial management house for banking. However, you are able to find a bank that is literally just called Bank.
Nice.
I've used them before.
It's not spelled with a Q at the end like that one company.
Oh, actually, no. I take that back. There are localized banks. There are family banks, but you have to be a member of that family in order to use that bank. Because Zoe has its own bank, Blade has its own bank, Ruxpin has its own bank, and Rurik has its own bank.
Yeah, putting your money in a Blade bank, that sounds like nothing bad would end up with that. Is my money being invested in the slave trade? We are the bank of the Blades. What do you think the answer to that is going to be?
Excellent. I wanted to make sure my money was being put where it should go.
Yes, exactly. Well, now that I know, I feel so much better.
So you guys walk in. One of the tellers comes up to you. It is actually it's not very busy in the bank. Unlike most banks you might be used to. The teller is actually semi-transparent.
Wow.
Physically?
Yes.
What is it?
The teller is transparent, semi-transparent.
Wow. Huh.
Nothing hidden here.
What are you here for?
We're here to do some banking.
What form of banking would you like to do?
What are we getting? Business accounts, guy?
You have chosen business account. Please hold. And this form disappears, and another teller rolls up to you. I am the business banking associate. How can I help you?
Greetings. I'm an adventurer who has a bunch of money and needs to put it.
You have chosen open an adventurer account. Please hold. Disappears again. The next teller comes up.
Huh.
We have 3 options for adventurers. You may store your money long term, you may store your money anytime, or you may store your money never.
What?
Explain the last option.
Store your money never. In the Never Store Your Money plan, you allow us to manage your money, taking away your need to ever worry about storage of your money. You simply inform your establishment that pays you that we are your money management team, and they will send all of your money directly to us, leaving you out of the need to manage your own money.
Will we have access to our money?
You will have full access to your money.
We have remote access to it.
You may choose to have remote access to your money using one of 3 methods. Would you like to hear these methods?
Yes, I click here.
Method number 1, in office withdrawal. You come to a nearby branch and withdraw your money. Option 2, you may have your money synced up with a Magibag, and he holds in his hand, he manifests in his hand a small coin pouch that spins around above where his hand is. Or option 3, and he shakes his hand, and then a bottle comes out of his hand. Or you may retrieve your money from a bottle if your bottle is programmed for such. And then he shakes his hand and it goes away.
We get the bottle up.
I like the bottle option.
Bottle?
Do you do the bottle upgrades here?
No. Bottle upgrades, you must purchase a bottle that has the acceptable upgrades or have the upgrades installed on your existing bottle.
Yeah, because I remember the last time I had a bottle and then we got these chips in the bottom of it and people were already spoofing them by the time I got the bottle chips. Oh, America and your fucking banking. All right, so I'm going with the bottles, guys, because I feel like that's pretty cool.
Well, you'll have to find out where you would get the bottle upgrades as well, and how much they cost.
Okay.
Can we? So
So will we have any money left after we get our bottle upgrades?
Can we change one account type to another? Like, if we wanted the withdrawing in person one, and then we upgrade that to the bottle one later on?
Yes, you may close your account and open up a new account under the different plan. There is no fee for closing your account and reopening under another account.
So I guess I'll go with the basic thing until I get myself more established, which is the withdrawn person, correct?
Yes, you can choose you can do any one of these 3 options. So you're not limited to one. It's just how you want your money to be managed. Do you want to manage your money in a more direct and in-person sort of way? Do you want to manage it in a more remote sort of way? Or do you want to not manage your money at all and basically let the bank be your accountant?
I want to manage it in a remote sort of way. I like the idea we did last time where you put the money in the bag and it goes right to your...
That is basically the second option if you want to have your own direct access to your funds remotely. That is a plan that will cost an additional amount of money every month, but it is a small fee of 5 GP. But your money is kept in the bank permanently. You are given the coin pouch, and you can put as much money as you want into the pouch and pull out as much money as you want from the pouch. The pouch is only large enough to take coins or very, very small gems, but the gem would have to be basically the size of a coin to go in.
That's cool. With
The
that.
weight of the money,
Huh?
weight of carrying the money, right?
Yeah. You will not have any weight for carrying money anymore.
Worthwhile
right.
investment.
Huh? You and Charles both talked at the same time. Whitney, you go first, and then Charles, you follow up.
Seems like a worthwhile investment.
Charles?
I also agree with my compatriot.
Okay.
All right.
So
So with the bottle option though, are you able to put gems in there?
the bottle option you'll have to look into. The bottle option is its own separate conversation. The bank can't explain the way the bottle works.
You have to meet a guy in a suit, Tom, who's a bottle expert and has a little name tag that says, "Ask me about upgrading your bottle."
So if are all of you going to choose the second option, the remote management of money option, or do any of you want the bank to manage your money?
I will take the remote option. To manage my own money through the bag.
I also would like the remote option.
Okay. Zug?
I mean, I'll do the bank option. Like,
Okay.
then they can just send my money directly to the bank. I don't need to deal with it at all.
That is correct. Do you want to read the fine print of it? Once you agree to that,
Yeah.
each of you will get a actual physical person that will come out to you and start discussing the terms. So Zug, you want to give me a knowledge law here. Okay. So this is sort of like signing up for one of those bank accounts that also is like a personal finance credit line built in. So you'll have to check in on what your balance is or keep track of your balance in some way, because if you go over, they'll let you go over until you can't make up the money that you've paid out. So like if you end a 1 month period without paying properly, they'll come after you, or if you spend more than a certain amount of money within a certain period of time, they'll come after you and basically repo everything you have. So it is sort of a line of credit. It is good. They do say they're going to have to do an extensive background check in order to identify like what they can do for you in terms of management. And it does come with a substantial 50 GP a month fee.
Yeah, I mean, with an super background check, I'm gonna have to go with the second option.
Okay. So yeah, so each of you can sign up for this. It's pretty straightforward. As long as you have an address and a name, you can sign up for it. Because each of you have listed yourselves as adventurers, this does go from the normal 10 gold fee down to a 5 gold fee. However, Tom, you're going to want to give another knowledge law here.
Yep.
Some shenanigans at this point, huh?
Okay. So this is pretty easy to identify because you're like kind of ready for this going into it. If you do not have a party whom the money is willed to at the time of your death, the bank retains that money, which is why they have this adventurer's discount in the first place. It is if you don't properly set yourself up for your demise, they get to keep all the money that's in the account.
All right. Does the party have any pets I can? Super old game reference.
And that was a reference to an actual thing that happened in real life.
I believe Gimbel's girlfriend was his beneficiary.
That was correct.
Yeah.
If only Gimbal would have still existed.
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot all about that again. I did such a good job taking care of her. I was so fiscally responsible. The one time.
Okay, so at this point, then each of you will owe 12 gold at the start of every month, 7 for your home, and 5 for your bank account. You now have your bags, which can hold an unlimited amount of money.
Should we add them to our character sheet?
Yes.
Or gear?
You have a unlimited coin purse. I didn't really come up with a good name for this.
Add it under gear, though, right?
Yes, add it under your gear.
Wait.
Make sure I have the room price.
So are these?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Your rent is 10 gold. That's right. It goes to 7 gold. If it goes to another 7 gold if you buy another room.
All right, and then somewhere we would uncheck gold ways stuff, right?
Yeah, hold on. Let me bring up.
It's at the bottom of your equipment list.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
Okay, what was our divvied up number?
It's in the
Anybody do
chat.
that?
So it's you guys haven't done the dividing yet. I've got the final number right there though. The 84 platinum, 2575 gold, 1411 silver, and 3923 copper.
Now that's all the money, right?
Yes.
With everything sold.
Yes. The bank teller also asks if you guys have a business entity and if you'd also like to open up a business account to store your business's funds in.
Yeah, we were talking about that, right, guys?
Yeah.
To do that, he'll need to see your business license form, as well as he'll need an address that your business is licensed to.
Oh yeah, we definitely don't have that shit.
We might need to wait until we've gotten that stuff figured out.
Yeah.
I love this. This is the bureaucracy episode. I know everybody
Yeah,
else is like,
vice-
God, I can't believe Steve is running a campaign where a whole like 3-hour session is devoted to all the bureaucracy in his world. Everybody's falling asleep over
I
there.
can't believe that.
So what we can do is we could next time we get currency, open this up, and we can just split this among 5 for now, right, guys? Or
Yeah.
do you want to go fill out these forms first?
Let's just get these forms. Let's get it. So we don't got to play the bureaucracy game.
Oh, but
I've already got the divisions. Fortunately, since nothing ends in 5 or 0, that means we have decimal places, kiddies.
one of the numbers ends in 5. The gold ends in 5.
Doesn't?
It does. 2575.
What am I looking at?
I don't know. I'm on the very last, like right above where Zug did his knowledge laws. I have a line that says 84 PP, 2575 GP, and this on the roll 20.
Oh, I was looking at something else.
Okay.
How much does the coin purse weigh?
Nothing.
Unchecked coins now?
Yep. You uncheck coins now.
Okay, so I
Oh,
gotta
it
get
is
close.
light now.
Yeah, you're unencumbered. You should be unencumbered at this point. Okay, so you guys are not gonna do the business thing right now.
Well, James was saying that he wanted us to.
Okay.
No, unless it's gonna save us something. I said it because it put all our money into one place like it last time. I'm metagaming. I'm out of game at the moment.
No.
Remember
James, remember when you did this last? You were Harcourt in Zoe territory doing this stuff. That's where that had happened. So you're not metagaming. You're remembering the stuff that you did as Harcourt.
Okay, I have to explain it that way.
Yes.
So, I've done this before, or I did this now. Never mind about that. But
Okay.
either way, all of our money is accessible to all of us. So if we ever need to buy something that is more than one of us has money for, it's easier for us to do. It's, Meg, you don't have to take out some. Pax, you don't need to take out some. Zug, you don't need to. Galfine doesn't. We just dip in and pull out exactly what we need.
Okay.
Because we become an organization, one big organization. Pools our money together.
So we would be Epic Incorporated?
We could be epically incorporated, yes.
Picky.
All right.
All right, so do I knowledge law to find out where we get these forms, or
Yes.
or does the bank have them?
Nope.
Okay.
Knowledge law. This is pretty straightforward. Oh my God. Not only do you know where the forms are,
Wow, Zuck.
you actually happen to be carrying a copy of the forms.
Already
Like
filled out.
you were ready to do this and have them like almost entirely pre-filled.
All
And
right,
you
then we
set
just
them
need to
down. It's just a
sign
matter
our
of
names.
it's just a matter of you guys signing names and then putting the name of the business on it.
Here you guys go.
All right, so are we going with Epic Incorporated? Epically Incorporated? The Rand Group?
The Rand Group.
No, I'm pretty sure we just got to put it exactly how we wrote it.
No, so
for
this is
business.
something that you do know, Zug. You don't have to put it exactly the same. Your incorporation name can be whatever you want it to be.
So out of character, I used to have a job and we would sell businesses and we would form, and this is how I figured out eventually this was just shady. We would form different businesses every time he sold a business. So I would actually research names of businesses, not whatever. And some of the names he would come up were so like Midwest Incorporated Partners, Incorporated Midwest Partners. It was like so lacking of an imagination. But as long as it wasn't a name there, he would just go and pay for it.
Okay, divided by 5. So 0.8 platinum pieces would be 8 gold. I'll let you guys do that conversion automatically because you guys can just split up the money that way. And 2 silver pieces would be 2 gold. 0.2 silver pieces, that is.
Is that
And I'm
is that including the gems? Like
No, that's not including the gems.
Okay, cool.
So we have, so that's divided by 5.
Yep, 16 platinum, 523 gold, 282 silver, and 786 copper.
I'm going to give all my copper to the temple. That way they can easily divvy it up amongst the poor.
Okay.
How do you do that?
I just show up and give them a bag of dough.
My copper to you to give to them as well.
Oh, thank you.
After such a big haul, we should be sharing the wealth with those who need it. So then I just don't have to put it on my sheet, right?
Right. All right, so Meg, you go make your donation to the temple.
Okay, and you know what? I'm feeling beneficial. I'll give an additional. I'll give 5 platinum pieces.
Oh, geez. Okay, that is a lot. Giving them the 5 platinums, you will have a bless on you for the remainder of the day.
Nice. I'm gonna go out and tell some jokes.
Get into a fist fight.
Are you putting everything on Galfian's sheet?
I will do that now. Thank you for reminding me.
You don't.
Yeah,
All
'cause
right.
if we didn't do that, we'd be carrying almost 40 pounds of coin around.
Yeah.
All right, and then we need to split up the gems.
I do like blue gems. So are any of them blue?
Are we selling those too?
Or no, purple.
No, I want the actual gems. Because sometimes you need gems.
It's good bribing material.
Wait, how are we dividing the gems?
Just the gold value, dividing, and then putting that
Already-
much in various gems, right? Be the easiest
then-
way.
Not from the loot. Them.
Filthy Luca.
The gems.
The gem.
You were cutting out slightly when you were saying all that.
Did we keep the gems from the loot, or did we sell them?
You guys kept the gems.
Yeah,
So
you
we
can
have to
you
figure
can
out
sell them if you want, but yeah, I want actual gems.
how to divide them up, right?
Yeah, we're just dividing by the gold value and getting that much in various gems.
So we each get 238 worth of gems.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then you guys can pick from there what you would want for each of the gems. But some of the
Where's
gems are
the-
pretty sizable. I mean, you've got a 600 gold piece opal there. There was
Yeah, I'll
another
take
big one.
that one.
The turquoise on here somewhere, right?
Wait, there's a single gem in here worth 600 gold pieces?
Yeah, there's an opal worth 600 gold.
Yeah, that's the one I claim.
Change your background sound.
Shard. See, I don't think dividing up the is going to be as easy as dividing the gold.
It's going to be really complicated. And also,
Yeah.
600 gold pieces, Tom, is way more than what your share would be.
Yeah, he was being comedic.
Where's this? Let's see it.
It's the opal. It's on line 26.
Oh, okay, now I see it. I overlooked it.
All right, so it was 600, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I give the party what 361 gold and take it.
Okay, so then the party will
Is
split
what,
up
is
the
what
three.
my calc.
The party
Yeah.
will split up the 361 amongst the four of them.
So there you go, guys.
All right, another 361 in my gold.
Yep.
Not
No, it's
361.
It's 361 total. So it's 90. It's 90 gold, and 90 gold, 2 silver, and 5 copper each.
60.
Because it's divided by 4, not by 5. Everybody's got that?
Yep.
Yep, just updated.
Okay.
What
We're
a flop.
aiming to split these up.
Wrong character.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. So you guys have the
How
rest of the
much was the
gems.
sapphire, yeah?
There was a turquoise, by the way. It's
Oh,
it's a
turquoise,
13
right.
gold one. Whitney said she wanted that,
I just-
and
Divide up the gems because it's a pain how to have it balance.
well, there's a deep blue spinel as well. That's 110, Charles.
Ah, thank you. I'm looking for blue things. All right, so I'll take. Well, that more than that's less than what I would actually be getting.
What
from
was the
gems,
total
right?
per person from the gems? Yeah, what was it? Can you type it out in the chat?
I don't remember.
Whitney's the one I did the math, I think. Right?
And I used my calculator again, so I don't remember exactly.
Oh, all right. I'll do the math for it real quick. Hold on. What was 361 minus 600?
Yep.
Gems
So
are
239.
Okay, so the spinel is how much, Steve?
110.
Oh, okay, so I can easily just claim I got that.
Yes.
The Kyra face is the standard orangish yellow type, I take?
I believe that's correct.
Okay. Alright, so...
for gems. Gems.
Gems. They're truly outrageous.
Hear
Oh, yeah,
me?
so on level up, did anybody get any powerful abilities or anything?
I now have I now have a ridiculous number of languages I speak, Tom. Does that count for anything?
Actually, speaking of which, what do we want to do for making plans in front of people? Like, is there some sort of like uncommon language we could start to speak, or?
Gem weight is largely negligible, but it often depends on the gem. But you can assume that each 5 gems is worth probably about a single pound.
Shouldn't we divide up the rest of the stuff before we move on to other stuff?
Isn't that everything?
Well, the gems still aren't divided.
Gems that aren't claimed.
Yeah, so the Spinel's been claimed and the Opal have been claimed, right? So we know those are claimed. Whitney, are you claiming the turquoise?
Like, you can't hear me because I keep talking and nobody responds.
You're cutting out a lot.
Whitney, are you claiming the turquoise?
Like, the first word you say each time doesn't happen. And if you say less than 4 words, none of your words will happen.
Okay, so I'm just gonna type because it's really annoying.
Okay.
I'd say break it up to gold. I don't want any gem. I've had a bad experience with gems.
Okay. I don't know what Galfine would want overall. I think Galfine would rather have the gold or trade the gems in for other types of gems.
Whatever. I don't care about the gems, so whatever portion of the gems I would get, you can give it to a civic organization.
I mean, you could also use the gems as your party fund.
Let's do that then.
I would do that then.
So aside from the gems that you keep for yourself, that you want to keep for yourself, then the rest of the gems become a party fund.
Okay. So the 238 was the amount of the gems, is that correct, Whitney?
239. But yes.
All right, so I'm putting a $1.39 into the oh, well, that's what I want. What?
Okay.
All right.
So
yes,
then
I'll throw Sorry, Steve.
Yeah, that actually that logic though does throw that off though, because then each person would have to pay for the full amount of the gem to take the gem, and it would actually go towards the part. And it would not go towards the members of the party. It would go to everyone. When you sell off, the reason that people are against the idea of selling off the gems is you lose money selling off the gems. Gems are best for when they're being traded or when they're being exchanged for other gems, but you're going to lose money selling off gems. It's not a lot, but it's some.
Plus, also, there might be, like, at some point where they're not going to accept gold or platinum or any of those and will accept gems. So.
The bureaucracy will never end.
Yeah.
And my experience as an RPGer is you're going to run across an NPC that's interested in artifacts and shiny things, and gold coins will not count as shiny things.
And if we got to do anything with House Zoe, they're definitely going to take it.
Plus, Steve likes to use gem dragons on us, which, as we know...
Well, I mean, that one time I used gem-eating creatures on the party.
Yeah, F that. F that.
So what I would say is, like, each of you guys can figure out over chat how you want to divide up the gems otherwise.
Otherwise, I'm not interested in them.
Okay. Again, though, I want to push out the reminder that you can just exchange gems for smaller sized gems. Most places will take an exchange of like a relative value gem for another relative value gem.
I'm gonna trade all my gems in for works of art. How's that gonna work, Steve?
Very
Trade all
difficultly.
Trade all my gems in for a trebuchet.
Nice.
Carry that around in my pocket.
But the way I would have probably done this as I would just have done a lottery. Or not a lottery. I would have just done it as a draft. You put all the gems out there. Each person picks gems until they've gotten their value's worth, and go from there.
Well, I'm just gonna. I've got the spinel I wanted. The rest of the party can have my golden gem. I just don't care enough about them, and I have more than enough gold. So if anybody's really gold hungry or really needs dough.
Well,
There's an item we need to buy for the party, like potions of healing or
Wands of healing.
wands of healing. Yeah,
750 gold worth.
I'm all about investing in those.
set the gems on fire.
These gems are on fire.
All right, so where are those gem-eating creatures you were talking about? I think we're gonna need some as pets.
They're down in the tunnels.
All right, we're gonna grab some and
No,
Down.
no, we are not going down to the tunnels. Nobody by the name of Harcourt is heading down into the tunnel.
It's fate, Harcourt. It's fate.
No, it's not.
we'll lead them out of the tunnels with a trail of gems.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
So delicious.
Okay, so we're gonna agree to push off the gem thing for right now, then.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I've got my gem situation handled.
I only wanted the one, so I'm pretty pleased.
Okay, I was told to do this.
Nice.
Okay, so at this point, you guys are set with the stuff that you need, right? You've got the gold split up. You sold off the items. You're agreeing to use the gems at a later point for stuff. And yeah, did you guys want to do the incorporation now, or do you want to wait on that? You have the form ready to go, so you can do it whenever.
Yeah, I mean we were just gonna do it now because we had the form ready. Yeah.
Okay, then all it takes is a name. You just need the name.
All right.
Are we going with Epic Adventures Inc. or Epically Adventured?
Zug doesn't care.
Epic Inc. and let's go with it.
All right.
I love it.
Okay, hold on.
Love it.
I will, hold on.
We need to make sure that name is not already there, and then we need to go trademark that name.
Yeah, hold on. I'll actually roll up whether or not it's there.
And then we need to find out who has our name if they have it and beat them to a bloody pulp.
With gems in a bag.
So the name is available.
All right. We take it.
I'm waiting to make
Wow.
sure Galfine signs off on the name as well.
Do I need to knowledge law to see how we get the name so no one else can get it, or?
So
It's
once
just
you
one of
file the name, you own the name.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Who came up
Tell
with
her
the
she
name?
did. Tell her she did.
Okay.
No.
Oh, do Spinel look fancy in a ring? They have a nice
Kid
light
Jerky
color.
Lovers Inc.
Yep. Those are the only two options. If he doesn't want to go with Epic Inc., then it's
It's kitten jerky lovers.
yeah.
Okay.
Epic it is.
So you guys are now officially Epic Inc.
I endorse this message.
All right. Are we depositing the gems into there? Is that what we said we were doing?
So, well, the first thing you need to do is you need to pay the slight fee that goes along with this.
5,000 yen.
That fee is 40 gold.
All right.
As a company, however, each of you individually are technically protected by the actions of from the actions of the others. So, at normally operating as a group without an incorporation, if, for example, let's say that Harcourt inadvertently stabbed someone that he didn't intend to.
Harcourt.
Inadvertently. It is inadvertent.
That is not a
He has
problem.
been mind controlled pretty easily.
That is not a problem for each of you as individuals. It is a problem for the company to deal with. So the company would take the loss, but your finances and your things that you own would not be liable for the damages.
I'm already liking this.
It is basically a protective thing to make sure that when you get into trouble, if you were doing it as a group, the group entity is responsible. If it is as an individual, only the individual is responsible and not the individuals connected to that individual.
Yeah, so I mean, it works like real life. Sounds good.
And then you can also choose to open up an account for that for the company, or you can choose to have your accounts linked for the company. And so the way this works is one of two ways. You can, if you choose the linked option, when somebody is going to make a purchase for an item on behalf of the company, each person reaches their hand into their coin purse and thinks about the other person making a purchase, and then that person can pull out the number of coins that they want to pull out. The other option is there's a separate purse that each member has to have, and in order to pull the money out of that, those people can pull the money out of that at any time that they want. But the money is then tracked, and other people will hear a chinging sound every time a coin is pulled out of the group fund. If you do the first method I explained, one other option that is available is that you can choose specific people doing specific amounts. But that takes a little bit more finesse to be able to do.
I'm not for linking the accounts.
So you want it to be a separate account?
Yeah. And I want it to be where if somebody just starts, just drawing from that account, they have to consult other party members.
So you want separate. You want the combination of the first and the second. You want everybody has to authorize it by putting their hands in the pouch. But then it is a separate fund. They can do that as well. That is actually another option. That is the blended option. Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, so that will cost the group an extra 5 gold a month. So basically add 1 gold. You'll be at 11 gold per month in fees.
And what is our rent? 10?
Your rent is 5. Your rent is 5 gold a month, and your bank account is 5 gold. So it's 11 total gold at the start of every month. You guys are at the 12th day of the month, so you've got plenty of time.
Okay. Okay.
Plenty of time to spend all my gold and not be able to afford it.
What does the T-shirt say? I spent the party treasure on booze. Did you ever see that one? It's got a picture of a dwarf on it.
Ale and whores, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything else we could think of, guys, that we could take care of legally?
I
You
mean,
got
not
the
at the
name?
bank. I want to go purchase a better bottle.
Okay.
Because I remember there being very fancy jewelers in Akunsaunt. I'd like my spinel to be made into a ring that says epic.
Yeah, absolutely. That can be done. So I will come to you. Let me do this with Zug. Is anybody else going bottle shopping? Just real quick.
No, and you can do mine anytime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want to do me
Okay.
later on. Oh my gosh. Sexy.
Getting solicited over here. All right, so Zug, you go looking for a place to get the bottles done. Actually, Galfine would probably be willing to help you on this. Do you have any knowledge local, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't the two of you go ahead and knowledge local? Oh, she botched it. All right, so you're able to find a place Unfortunately, you're only able to find a place in the unaligned territory. In there, you find, first of all, this is kind of like walking into a cell phone shop at this point. I mean, if I haven't made this clear enough that this is what the bottles are. Bottles come in basically all shapes and sizes of imaginable bottle. They range from like wine bottle to like, tiny shot bottle, one of those tiny individual serving bottles. And the features will vary based on the size of the bottle that you're getting. A very small bottle won't necessarily have access to putting money in it because money doesn't really fit in the bottle in any way. Those are mostly just for like people who want to make short private messages between each other. There are bottles that you can write on, bottles that look kind of like flasks that you can write out. That's actually one of the most popular varieties is flat-faced bottles. So there's still a sheet of paper in there, but the paper looks unrolled in there, and you basically uncork and cork it to send the message. Many of those bottles can have a wider opening, allowing for you to drop coins into it, and that will store the coins within either. You can have the coins stored in the bottle itself for a certain price, but if your bottle's ever stolen, you're broke, or you have it connect directly to a bank. And if you have it connect directly to a bank, then your money goes into that bank account.
All right, so there is a couple things that I'm like specifically looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted one of the coin bottles that also let me put gems in.
Okay. So to get one of the gem ones, you're gonna have to get one where it is kind of an awkward shape. The cap is actually at the top, and it is kind of like it's a wide opening bottle. You could like put it on your belt, but it would be very obvious that you are storing gems in there. Would you want the gems to sync with your bank account, or would you want them to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, to go to the bank account. Yes.
Okay. The other option they have at a bigger price, and they're not mentioning prices of anything yet as they explain this stuff. The other option is when you tap an item against the bottle, the item shrinks, and then you can drop it into the bottle. But they say that's a bit more expensive.
All right, and the other thing I was looking for is is there a bottle that instead of writing I can just talk into and it sends the message that way to people?
Yes, they do say that is available for an additional price as well.
All right, and what would that price be?
So the price you are looking at is, so you want money, gems, and speech to text.
Yep.
they would quote you about 12,000 GP. Or they offer you an installment plan. They do say, however, that there are ways that you can finance this cost down. If you'd like to do that as well. And then they start talking to you about how you can basically, if you own enough assets, you can leverage your assets against it and get these additional things. Or you can have your business pay for it. And your business will actually get a discount if you wanted to buy more than one. Because they could custom make them. But up front, it is very pricey.
All right, so if I didn't have the speech to text,
if you take out the speech to text, that's actually the least expensive. That takes it down to 10,000. It's the gem storage that makes it the most expensive, because you're basically using a shrink object, what is the name of that? It's basically you're adding like the most expensive spell is going to be the shrink and then store combination. But the bottle by itself, the base price for a bottle is $2,000, or it's 2,000 gold. You guys were given these bottles as a don't damage it or you'll have to pay the fam hands for them. With the coin storage, that moves up to $5,000. But there are also a few other features that come along with that, because you have to buy a digital interface system to go along with that. So that comes with the ability to write on the bottle instead of having to take the paper out and write on the paper.
All right, I'm heading out. I'm heading out. I have nowhere near that gold.
Okay.
And I'm not willing to finance it.
Okay. All right, so Charles, jumping over to you.
All right.
What was it again you wanted to do?
I want to convert it into a ring, the spin out.
Right.
And I want it to be in what is the official metal / decorative of Sashat?
Sashat, if you're gonna do that, that would usually be in gold.
Did you say gold?
Yes.
All right, then yeah, this I can't even say it. Spinel in a gold, and then with the name of our company engraved on it and my name.
Okay. So are you going to? This would require either somebody from Zoe or somebody, or you could have it outsourced to somebody in the unaligned territory.
No, I don't want to have somebody from the unaligned territory. Nothing against them. We'll go with Zoe.
Okay. So you can go to the jeweler at House Zoe.
Okay.
They will meet with somebody who will offer you. So let's explain. This should be pretty easy to work with. It should just be time consuming. We can get you the gold ring fitting for it for about 5 gold, and then the work time will probably be around. We can round this off to a nice even 10 gold to turn this into a ring for you.
Okay.
All right. They let you know that they'll need you to leave the gem with them, but they will sign off a document saying that you left the gem with them and hand the document over to you.
Okay.
And they say it will be ready in about 3 days.
All right. How much will the ring end up being worth with the setting and everything?
So the ring's value won't go up, or the gem's value won't go up any, and it won't go down any. So you'll just be increasing it by the gold value of the ring, which will be about 5 gold.
Okay, so I'm looking at a 15 gold cost total.
You're only looking at a 5 gold cost total.
Oh, okay.
They're only charging you for the labor. They're not charging any upcharges on the rest of it.
Well, aren't they the best? I'm gonna ask for a card, and anytime anybody asks me about that ring, I'm gonna start in the family tradition of marketing.
All right.
Oh, the Gimbals, they love their marketing. All right. Nice. I'm very pleased with my little spinel.
All right. Does anybody else have anything they want to do during this bureaucracy-driven session?
Yep.
Nope.
Apparently, the Russians really love spinels. I was unaware of that.
All right. Zug, what do you want to do during this?
I want to buy a sleeve of mini garments.
Okay.
Ooh, we're buying shit?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's what we're doing.
Monkey tail!
I want to go get fitted for a suit over the next 8 game hours.
All right, no problem, Tom. You can. What area do you want to try to look for this in?
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I could just knowledge local to figure
Yep.
to see if I heard of where the best spot might be.
Absolutely. Excellent. Okay. So you know that you've got 2 options, and one of them you personally probably don't want to go to, which is House Rurik. Your other option is you can probably find it in some of the shops in House Narenhawk. They tend to end up getting a nice combination of, miscellaneous magical items here and there. And there's a good chance you could find something as simple as this. And with a little luck you manage to, they are selling them for 180 GP.
Yeah, I'll pick one up.
Okay. Yeah, so that is good.
Oh, also a rules question.
Yeah.
In your game, sleeve of mini garment, can it turn into a swarm suit?
What is a swarm suit?
It's like a beekeeping outfit type of thing. It gives you DR versus swarms. It's clothing.
I mean, that's just the appearance. It's not actually the other clothes. So sure, it can turn into it, but it doesn't do anything. This is an illusory spell. It's based on disguise self.
Hey, there were people online.
Oh, I know what people online will try to argue, but this
do
is
stuff.
This is an illusion.
So that's why. Well, that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
Is if I can do it or not.
No, I know the argument behind that, but at the end of the day, it's base low power level illusion, so it's not really going to have any defensive abilities.
Bees are immune to illusions. It's a well-known thing. Damn beast.
James, did you have something you wanted to buy?
Yeah, I can't afford it.
Okay. Well, remember everything starts at a 10% discount. Does that help?
Yeah, even at 10%. And I'm looking at the SRD. It's 9,400 gold.
Okay.
What are you getting?
How did I get it last time? I did not have that much money.
What was it?
The monkey belt.
Oh, no, you guys ended up... I forget exactly how that ended up happening, but you guys got to quite a bit of money in that game before you died.
Okay.
The other thing that I would like to do, I'd like to remind you of, just so you don't fall off track of it, is your daily checks.
Oh, yeah. Also, I want to do some stand-up since I have the bless.
Okay. Your checks to try to remember Kandor's last name? You already did your book check earlier when somebody made the comment about things disappearing into tables.
Right. That's just a straight intel.
That's just a straight intel check. All right. Nope. You almost forget you almost forget his first name.
I almost forgot what I remembered.
It's so hazy. What was it I was forgetting to remember?
Oh yeah. What was I trying to remember?
I forgot already.
All right. So Charles, you want to go perform some stand-up?
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough being a gnome in this town. You know. I had a joke and I forgot it. Damn it.
It's even tougher because you're going to be in a blade establishment having to do this stand-up routine.
Yes.
Unless you want to try to really make it big and get yourself a spot at Teddy's.
Oh, Teddy's. I haven't talked to Teddy in like 10 years or however long ago that was. Yeah. I like Teddy Ruxpin. I want to get a gig there. I want to be the gnome comedian.
Okay. So you can make your way over to Teddy's then. When you arrive, there is somebody like you basically step in. It's a rather large establishment, very clean, lots of like dark wood coloring, and
nice.
a rather to you a rather tall human woman stands at the door and looks down at you. What can I do for you? Can I get you a seat, or are you heading to the bar?
I am here to try my luck and perform.
And where else have you performed?
What was the name of that joint in the...
It's just the Cantina.
I performed at the Cantina as an opening act for, why can't I remember her name?
Pax.
Pax, thank you.
Pax the Muted.
I'm opening up for Pax the Wonderful.
I'm sorry, we're not familiar with a Pax. Do you have any references?
No, but I was just gonna give you 10 gold.
Well, unfortunately, I can't take bribes. If you'd like, I can have you meet with the current manager of the establishment.
Oh, I assumed there would be some kind of entrance fee to going to prepare. I hadn't even thought of a bribe. Okay, no problem.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I guess it was just a misunderstanding. Would you like to meet? Should I fetch the manager for you?
Oh yes, I'd love to speak to the manager.
Okay. Have a seat over there at the bar, and I'll have him come down.
I'll get a light wine.
Okay. She walks over to somebody else, whispers to them, and then they wander off.
Okay.
After a little while, a young woman, or at least what appears to be a young woman, human, with very something about the way that her appearance is hits that kind of uncanny valley of like symmetry and like the rounding of her face. Like it almost looks too like human and also like too sculpted to be a real face.
Like if you were to say this is the perfect ideal of what a human face is, it looks like it, which makes it look unearthly.
Yes. And she wanders up to you. And she speaks in a voice that I cannot emulate properly, but it is very soft and very honey-like to the ears.
Greetings.
Hello.
Hello.
You're looking to perform here?
Yes, so I'd like to, make my big bold move and try out my standout I had tried it out at the Cantina. I'd gotten decent results, and now I'd like to try it out here. I understand that I'm a relative unknown and wouldn't expect like a plum spot, but I'd like to take my shot.
She reaches behind her back and pulls out a small, looks kind of like some sort of board. She runs her hand over it a little bit. And what did you say your name was?
My name is Meg Gimble.
Gimble. Does that seem familiar? Also, Gimble's not a family. Oh, you're a gnome, so GPPF, right? Still though, you normally...
My heart starts racing. The idea that somebody might recognize the name. Well, it's my father, right? No, wait.
Grandfather.
Grandfather. My grandfather, who disappeared, was a kind of famous man about town in Akunsaunt.
She almost drops whatever the thing she's holding is, and she puts it away behind her back. What do you mean he disappeared?
Well, my grandfather was quite the dabbler in sorceries, and my grandmother had said that he was experimenting with time. His girlfriend knew about the whole time thing, right? I assume. And kind of magically erased himself. So every once in a while, something comes up where he should be there, but he's not there.
This sounds oddly familiar. My father disappeared as well.
What was your father's name?
I don't know. I have no recollection of either of my parents. I have no recollection of anything past the point of becoming the proprietor of this establishment. But everybody tells me I've had it for forever. And I have the skills and the knowledge to run it. But I've never quite understood how. I've just done what needed to be done. That's been almost 150 years now.
You're out of character. This is like one of the many people in Welcome to Night Vale. Fascinating. In addition performing, I'd like to, when you're off, I'm not looking for anything, whatever, just to sit down, have a meal, and have you tell me about fantastic story. I'm a follower of Shashat, She values all wisdom and knowledge, and what I like about her is, we focus our healing on, talking to people.
I don't know. Look, you know what? I remember who my parents are now. My parents were Ronnie and Janie. Yes, Ronnie and Janie. Tell Shashat that I know who my parents are. Don't tell Shashat that I don't know. In fact, don't tell her that you talked to me at all.
Okay.
Please.
I respect your right to privacy, and I understand that, and I certainly hope I haven't done anything to offend.
No offense. I didn't notice this symbol until you said something. I had an issue that happened many years ago when I first noticed this, and a lot of the clerics, they wanted to do a number of things to check my mind, to check my estate. It got very complicated. And things get very complicated anytime I share this information. But you mentioned Gimbal, and I know another woman who came in here before and had mentioned that name. A long time ago, she came in here, was very tired and very, very inebriated.
Well, my grandmother, was quite the woman about town when my grandfather was around. And they did the club scene. And if you were here 150 years ago, chances are they came into your establishment and drank and entertained. I gathered he was into something called public relations.
I wish that era wasn't so gray to my mind. But it's like a haze, almost like it didn't happen. But it had to have. But when you mention that, her face is very familiar. And I feel like there had to have been someone she was with, but all I remember is her alone.
Well, that's the duality of it, because we talked about him, but, I am not welcome in many gnomish organizations that my grandfather was instrumental in developing, because he does not exist in a lot of ways.
I have had to do the same. I cannot discuss the fact that I don't remember my parents. Everybody just insists that I've had this for so long, that I put this establishment together, and it's a rather young establishment. But when you look around, when you understand the wood, the time that had to have gone into this, the amount of money this business has achieved, the name of this place, the name of this family, I I hold that name. But I have no understanding of how it is. And the dates, they all time to much earlier. So much earlier. The treatment of magic on this wood has to be older than this city, almost. Like it was carted in before this place was a real place.
Mm-hmm.
But when I ask other people to look at the magic in it, they all tell me the same. Oh, it's not what you think it is. This is just recovered from a faraway location. I did such great work finding the right wood from the right time periods to bring together in this building. But none of the numbers add up. I would like to speak to you again, but I'm not sure I can allow you to perform here yet.
Okay.
What I would
I
ask
understand.
if you wish to perform is you'll need to do a few more shows for the cantina. Get to the point where they're willing to... You'll get people that will be willing to recommend you. Have them come
Fair
here
enough.
and issue the recommendation.
All right. And,
But in the meantime, if perhaps we could sit down and discuss this, say tomorrow evening, would that work for you?
that works wonderfully. I don't have anything planned for tomorrow evening.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. For now, I need to get back to work. There is much to take care of.
Certainly. And your white wine was lovely.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. You need my name. Otherwise, it'll be very difficult for you to actually meet with me a second time.
Vecna is the name.
Vecna. Kas. My name. My name is Vecna Ikas. Strad von Zarowitz. Gygax Arneson.
My name is Callisto.
Callisto.
Mm-hmm. Callisto Ruxpin.
Of the Ruxpin family.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, Callisto. It was a delight to meet you.
You're welcome. It was the
Callisto
same to
spelled
meet
with
you.
2 L's, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else they want to do before we wrap up?
Nope.
Nope.
Oops.
I'm gonna use my new magical item to wear a nice looking suit with.
Excellent. The cheap and easy way to buy an okay suit.
And then I change it into a swarm suit and find swarms.
All right, you get stung to death.
As they cart your bloated corpse up from all the allergic reaction, they go, "That's a pretty decent looking suit he had on."
All right. Well, we will wrap up here then. I appreciate all of you enduring my episode of bureaucracy. I'll have to put some kind of
it was
warning
fun.
at the beginning of this episode on YouTube, just in case somebody's actually enjoying the series and then hits this episode and they're like, "Oh," they'll know that they can just skip over this one.
There was a really great episode of Spider-Man, a really great Spider-Man comic with J. Jonah Jameson. That's pretty much shocking for 64 pages. It's really fantastic.
Yeah,
You just
so
can't do that. Go ahead.
no, so XP, as Whitney reminds me.
I think you should clickbait the title, be like most exciting episode ever.
It's Callisto.
so good.
It's
Wait till
Callisto
the
with a K.
I bet you won't watch the whole thing.
That's the one. That's the one.
So good. So what should so 3135, is that the correct XP, Steve?
Wait, what?
You said the
No, you should be at 5135.
Okay.
Because that's level 3. All right. So, Whitney, I'm going to give you the full for the recap because you basically did recap it.
Way to go, Whitney.
Nobody here had an idea that save the party?
Nope.
Not really any clever ideas here unless somebody's got something I can't think of.
There was a lot of financial acumen demonstrated.
There was. I'm going to give everybody 400 XP for enduring the bureaucracy.
Nice.
And another 200 GP. No, another 200 XP for role playing.
Excellent.
All right. Almost to level 4.
Yeah, it's 100 for the recap.
Only a little bit more than 2,000 XP, and I'll hit the next level.
All right. So yeah, does anybody have plans for next weekend? I know it's 4th of July weekend. I just want to make sure in advance.
No plans.
No plans.
Where's my calendar?
Well, 4th of July is on Thursday.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
I know some people do stuff into the weekend.
Okay.
So
Well, it's gonna get messy because I know next month I got a lot of stuff. So hang on.
okay.
I'll be the 2 weeks where I will be at Gen Con.
Yeah, that's the start of August. I'll be out of town as well, so that timing works out.
Prepping my module, I'm running 8 times.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I will be the 7th. I will not be the 14th or the 21st.
Okay.
Okay.
No, possibly the 28th, but don't count. But that I don't know.
So we may be 3 weeks without you.
Maybe.
Okay.
28th hit or miss, but that's a short trip, and I may be back that day, so that
Okay.
would be possible. But definitely not the 14th or the 21st, because I will be out of town.
Okay.
I will not be available on the 21st.
Okay. All right. So the 21st is definitely going to be an off day. We should be on though for next week. All right then. Sounds good.
All right, everybody, have a good Sunday.
You too. What's left of it.
All right.
Later.
Yeah.
Later.
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 Bye.
Ooh, I can't wait for my new ring.